The galaxy was silent, except for the low hum of a massive spaceship cutting through the void. On board, alien crews whispered nervously. Something unusual had been detected. A human child near the Dragon planet, the deadliest place in the galaxy. No one had ever seen humans act like this. They were supposed to be weak, fragile, and predictable. Yet, this small human child had wandered alone near a nest of dragons. The sensors showed movement, but the readings didn't make sense. Fear rippled through the alien ranks. "Commander," one alien said, its tentacles trembling. "It's approaching the dragon's lair. It is not afraid." The commander's eyes widened. The dragons of this planet were deadly predators, capable of killing the largest alien ships in moments. Even the bravest soldiers avoided their territory. And yet, here was a tiny human child walking calmly toward the nest. Far below, on the scorched ground of the Dragon planet, the child paused. The air was thick with heat and smoke. Shadows shifted across the jagged rocks. From a distance, the dragons stirred. Their massive eyes glowed like molten gold, and smoke hissed from their nostrils. The child didn't flinch. Slowly, carefully, they stepped closer. The largest dragon, known to aliens as the Doombringer, rose from its nest. Its wings spread wide, blocking the sun. The ground shook with its roar. Aliens watching through their sensors froze. No human should survive this. The dragon moved closer to the child, smoke curling from its mouth. Its teeth glinted like knives, sharp enough to crush steel. The child reached out a small hand. Heartbeats raced on the alien ship. This was madness. "Hold your fire," the commander shouted. "Do not engage. Wait and see. Maybe it will die on its own." But the child simply stared at the dragon, curiosity shining in their eyes. They didn't scream. They didn't run. Slowly, the dragon lowered its head, bringing its massive snout just inches from a human. Aliens whispered in fear. Could this tiny being truly survive? Could it actually tame the deadliest creature in the galaxy? The dragon's nostrils flared. Its glowing eyes studied the child. Silence fell over the planet. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. And then, just as the dragon opened its massive jaws, the child took a single, brave step forward. A tiny human hand reached up and touched the dragon's snout. The galaxy held its breath. The dragon's massive head hovered above the child. Smoke curled from its nostrils, and its eyes glowed brighter than molten gold. Every alien watching from their sensors stiffened. No human could survive this moment, let alone face the deadliest dragon in the galaxy. The child looked up at the dragon, unafraid. Their small hand rested lightly on the dragon's snout. The aliens whispered in panic, their voices trembling through the ship's communication systems. "This is impossible," one alien gasped. "No species, no creature, could do this." The dragon hissed softly, a sound that shook the rocks around the nest. Its massive jaws opened, revealing razor-sharp teeth that could crush steel in an instant. Every alien expected the worst. A scream, a shred of the child, chaos. But the child did something no one anticipated. They leaned forward and planted a small, soft kiss on the dragon's snout. Time seemed to freeze. The dragon paused. Its fierce eyes softened, studying the tiny human before it. Aliens stared in shock. Their sensors showed the impossible. The dragon wasn't attacking. It wasn't roaring in fury. It bowed its head slightly. This can't be real," muttered another alien. "It's tame?" The child giggled softly, brushing a wisp of hair from their face. "You're not so scary," they whispered. The dragon's eyes flickered with something ancient, something almost curious. The aliens watched silently, unsure what to do. Fear turned into confusion. The child had survived where no human or alien ever could. And more than that, they had calmed the deadliest creature in the galaxy with a simple act of kindness. The dragon lowered its head even more. Then the child touched the ridges along its snout. Sparks of glowing energy pulsed faintly across its scales. Aliens on the ship held their breath. Was this bond natural, or was it a human trick? Then, a distant rumble shook the ground. The dragon lifted its head, roaring, not in anger, but in recognition. It let out a sound so deep and powerful that even the alien ships trembled. The child stepped back, but kept their eyes on the dragon. A silent, understanding passed between them. The dragon was not a monster in this moment. It was a protector, a companion, guided by the courage of a human child. Aliens whispered urgently among themselves. Humans, they are unpredictable, stronger than we ever imagined. This changes everything. And in the midst of the galaxy's astonishment, the dragon bowed fully to the child, smoke curling from its nostrils as if pledging loyalty. The child smiled, and the aliens realized, with a mixture of fear and awe, that the humans they had long underestimated might be capable of things no one in the galaxy could imagine. The Alien Council reacts. Back on the flagship orbiting the Dragon planet, the Alien Council gathered in an emergency session. Holographic screens displayed live footage of the human child standing calmly before the deadliest dragon in the galaxy. The room buzzed with tension and disbelief. "This cannot be," growled the High Commander. "Humans are weak, fragile. How can one survive this?" "You saw it yourself," another alien whispered. The child touched the dragon and it obeyed. The council members argued fiercely. Some called for immediate capture of the child. Others feared provoking humans might start a war across the galaxy. Centuries of alien arrogance clashed with shocking new reality. Humans were unpredictable, fearless, and dangerous in ways they did not yet understand. Meanwhile, the child remained unaware of the storm they had caused. They knelt beside the dragon, running fingers along its scaled snout, and hummed a soft, gentle tune. The dragon responded by curling its massive body protectively around the child, its glowing eyes scanning the skies for threats. "Commander," one council member said, voice shaking, "we cannot underestimate them. One human child, alone, has tamed a creature that has killed entire fleets. Imagine what their species is capable of." The High Commander slammed a clawed hand on the table. "We must act. If we allow this human to continue, they may unlock powers we cannot control. The balance of the galaxy will shift." As the council debated, sensors on the planet detected something unusual. The dragon's body began to glow faintly, sparks of energy flickering across its scales. The alien advisors froze. None had seen this before. "Ancient energy awakening," one whispered in awe. The High Commander's eyes narrowed. "If the dragon is awakening something, we must be ready. But first, we must understand the human. How does one so small command such a force?" On the planet, the child tilted their head, sensing the dragon's energy. They didn't fear it. They smiled, reaching out to the glowing scales. The dragon purred, a deep, resonant sound that echoed across the rocks. The aliens aboard the flagship watched, stunned and fearful. One voice broke the silence. Could it be that humans are not the weaklings we thought? Could this child hold the key to controlling even the deadliest forces in the galaxy? A tense pause filled the council chamber. Outside, the dragon's glowing energy intensified, illuminating the scorched terrain. And then, the sensors picked up movement on the horizon. Something alien and unknown was approaching the dragon's nest. The council gasped. Something was coming. Something that even the child and the dragon might not be ready for. And in that moment, every alien realized the galaxy had just become far more dangerous and far more unpredictable than they had ever imagined. The dragon's body glowed brighter with every passing second. Sparks of light danced along its scales like tiny stars. The child, calm and curious, reached out and touched the glowing ridges. The moment their fingers made contact, something incredible happened. A holographic map appeared in the air above the dragon's head. Stars, planets, and ancient weapons shimmered in blue light. The child's eyes widened, not in fear, but in understanding. Somehow, they could read the map, interpret it, and know its secrets. Aliens aboard their ship froze in shock. "No species could understand this," one whispered. "Not even the oldest civilizations." The child traced the glowing lines with their small hand. The dragon's roar vibrated in sync with the hologram, as if confirming the child's touch. Ancient weapons, long forgotten by the galaxy, were revealed on the map. Hidden systems capable of immense power. Some aliens panicked. We must destroy the child. If they control this, the galaxy is lost. Others argued, fear heavy in their voices. No, study them first. This human may be the key to survival. Meanwhile, the child pointed to one distant system on the map. The dragon lowered its massive head, and energy pulsed from its eyes directly at that point. Aliens realized with growing horror and awe that the dragon was not only powerful, it could respond instantly to the child's commands. The council members shouted over one another, unsure how to respond. Their centuries of superiority were crumbling. Humans, tiny, fragile humans, were rewriting the rules of the galaxy with courage and instinct alone. And then the map flashed a bright red warning. Enemy approaching. The child looked up at the dragon, eyes wide but steady. The dragon's wings spread, creating a shadow that swallowed the scorched planet. Sparks of energy flickered down onto the ground, illuminating the alien invaders approaching from the horizon. The aliens whisper among themselves, fear mixed with awe. Humans, they are not weak. Did they just awaken the dragon's secret? This changes everything. The child mounted the dragon's back, holding onto the ridge scales, their small hands steady. The dragon lifted off the ground with a thunderous beat of its wings. Aliens watched silently. There was no turning back. The human and the dragon were ready for what was coming. And far across the galaxy, the approaching enemy fleet slowed. They sensed the power they were about to face, and something inside them told them this was not just a battle with dragons, but a battle with a human they had never imagined. The human advantage. The enemy fleet spread across the sky, like a dark storm. Their ships were sharp, silent, and deadly, machines built for destruction. The alien council watched from their flagship, fear tightening their faces. They knew this enemy. They had fought them before and lost many times. But this time, something was different. A human child sat on the back of the deadliest dragon in the galaxy. The dragon hovered above the dragon planet, wings beating slowly, glowing with ancient power. The child held tightly to the ridge scales, eyes focused on the enemy ships forming a deadly circle in the sky. One alien whispered, "We are witnessing history or the end of it." The first enemy ship fired a beam of energy straight at the dragon. The entire galaxy seemed to light up with a blast. Aliens gasped. Even the council thought it was over. But the child leaned forward and touched the dragon's neck. The dragon responded instantly. It opened its massive jaws, energy swirling inside like a storm, and breathed out a huge wave of light. The beam hit the incoming attack and shattered it with ease. The shock wave spread outward, disabling the weapons of several enemy ships at once. The aliens watching from orbit froze in disbelief. The dragon is following the humans' commands. How is this possible? What kind of power is this? The enemy fleet tried again, launching dozens of missiles. The child whispered something softly, almost like giving instructions. The dragon spun in the air, wings slicing through the smoke, and released another controlled blast. Every missile turned into dust mid-air. Not a single explosion reached the ground. For the first time in years, the alien council felt something new. Hope. The child pointed toward one of the largest enemy ships. The dragon roared, a sound so deep it shook the clouds. Energy gathered around its wings, crackling like lightning. Then, with a single, swift dive, it shot forward. The dragon moved so fast that even advanced alien sensors struggled to keep up. It struck the front of the enemy ship with controlled blast, not enough to destroy it, but enough to shut it down completely. The ship drifted helplessly, its systems fried. The aliens murmured in awe. This human child is guiding the deadliest creature in the galaxy like it's nothing. No species could ever do this. What else can humans do? The enemy fleet, realizing they were outmatched, began retreating. Their ships pulled back, engines burning hard as they fled into deep space. But one enemy ship refused to run. It hovered alone, silent and menacing, its captain watching the child with burning hatred. On the planet below, the dragon landed softly. The child slid off its back and touched its snout again. The dragon lowered its head, almost bowing. Aliens could not understand the bond between them. It was beyond science, beyond logic. Something ancient and powerful had awakened between human and dragon. Then a message came from the final enemy ship, a warning in a deep, cold voice. This is not over. We will return. And next time, your little human will not save you. The transmission cut off. The alien council felt a chill run through them. They knew this enemy would return stronger and angrier than before. But for the first time, they also knew something else. Humans were not weak. Humans were not predictable. Humans were something far more dangerous. And this child was only the beginning. The sky had barely cleared in the enemy retreat when a sharp alarm echoed across the alien flagship. Red lights flashed. Sensors screamed warnings. The aliens froze in fear. The last enemy ship, the one that refused to run, was moving again, and this time it was heading straight for the dragon's nest. The High Commander shouted, "Protect the nest! If those eggs are destroyed, the entire planet will rage." But they were too far away. The human child and the dragon were the only ones close enough to reach the nest in time. On the ground, the child looked toward the horizon. Smoke rose. The enemy ship cut through the air, its weapons charged and glowing. The dragon snorted angrily, sensing danger. The child placed a hand on its warm scales. "It's okay," the child whispered softly. "We have to protect them." The dragon lowered its massive body, allowing the child to climb onto its back. With a powerful beat of its wings, they shot into the air, racing toward the nest. All around them, the wind roared. Rocks split from the force of their speed. The child held on firmly, eyes locked on the enemy ship. The nest came into view, huge, glowing eggs resting in a circle of ancient stone. The enemy ship hovered above it, charging a deadly beam. Aliens watching from space whispered in terror. If that beam fires, the entire dragon species may go extinct. No one can stop it. No one except that human child. The dragon dived, roaring with a sound that shook the mountains. The enemy ship fired first, a long, deadly beam of burning light. The child leaned forward and shouted, "Left!" The dragon twisted in the air, avoiding the beam by inches. The heat singed some of its scales, but the child kept their balance, gripping the dragon tightly. "Again!" the child cried as another beam shot toward them. The dragon turned sharply, spiraling upward, then diving again. The enemy captain watched in disbelief. How? How is a human child giving orders to a dragon? The child pointed toward the ship's underside. The dragon's eyes glowed. It understood instantly. With incredible speed, it spiraled under the ship and released a small, controlled blast, just enough to disable the lower cannons without destroying the entire craft. The enemy ship shook violently. Sparks burst from its engines, but it wasn't finished. The ship redirected all power to its main cannon, pointing directly at the nest. This was the final shot. If it fired, everything would be lost. The child looked at the dragon with steady eyes. "We have to stop it now." The dragon roared, wings spreading wide. Its chest glowed brighter than ever before. Ancient energy pulsed through its scales. The child whispered something only the dragon could hear. The dragon launched upward, straight toward the enemy ship. The ship fired. The beam raced through the air. The child didn't flinch. The dragon didn't slow. Just before the beam hit the nest, the dragon unleashed a massive, blinding burst of ancient energy, stronger than anything it had used before. The blast collided with the enemy shot, shaking the sky and cracking the ground. The explosion lit the entire horizon. When the light faded, the enemy ship drifted helplessly. Its weapons were gone. Its engines were dead. Smoke poured from its cracked armor. The dragon hovered above the nest, wings spread protectively. The child slid down, landing beside the glowing eggs. They touched one gently. "You're safe now," the child whispered. Aliens watching from a flagship were silent, completely silent. One alien finally spoke, voice trembling. "A human child saved an entire species." Another whispered, "Humans are beyond anything we ever imagined." But deep in space, the enemy captain stared at his failing ship's screen, fury in his eyes. "This human will be our greatest threat." He vanished into the darkness, leaving a warning for the future. The child looked up at the sky, unaware of the storms that would soon come. But they were not afraid. A dragon stood beside them, and together they were unstoppable. The enemy ship drifted away into the darkness, defeated and humiliated. But the warning it left behind echoed in the minds of every alien council member. They knew the enemy would return one day, with more ships, more weapons, and more anger. But for now, the galaxy was calm. The dragon landed softly beside its nest. The child stood beside it, looking up at the glowing eggs. They placed a hand gently on the warm shells. The dragon lowered its head, watching the child with calm, protective eyes. Aliens from the flagship descended in small ships, slowly approaching the nest. None dared step too close to the dragon. They stood at a safe distance, trembling, unsure how to act around a creature that could wipe out fleets. But when the child turned and waved at them with a simple smile, something strange happened. The aliens relaxed. They stepped forward, bowing slightly, not to the dragon, but to the child. The High Commander spoke first. His proud voice, once filled with arrogance, was now soft with respect. We owe you everything. You saved this planet. You saved this species. And you saved us. The child blinked, confused. I just helped my friend. The word friend shook the aliens more than any battle. A friend to the deadliest dragon in the galaxy? The dragon gently nudged the child's back with its massive snout, almost playful. The aliens watched with awe. They had spent centuries fearing dragons, treating them as monsters, forces of chaos. But this human child had shown something no one believed. Even the fiercest creature could respond to kindness. Even ancient power could bow to innocence. Even danger could become protection in the hands of a human. The alien council returned to their ships, and news of the event spread across the galaxy. Every planet, every species, every leader heard the same unbelievable story. A human child kissed a dragon. The dragon bowed, and together they defeated an enemy fleet. For the first time, aliens began to look at humans with a new kind of fear and a new kind of respect. Some whispered, humans are dangerous because they are fearless. Others said, humans are powerful because they love without fear. And a few murmured quietly, if a child can do this, what can adult humans do? The galaxy's understanding of humanity changed forever. As weeks passed, the dragon healed from its wounds. The eggs in the nest glowed brighter each day, ready to hatch. The child visited often, talking softly to the dragon, drawing simple pictures in the dirt, laughing at the dragon's rumbling purr. One day, as the sun set behind the mountains, the dragon lowered itself once more. The child climbed onto its back. The dragon spread its wings wide and rose gently into the sky. Aliens across the world looked up, whispering in awe as the human child and the mighty dragon flew across the horizon, glowing in the golden light of sunset. Two silhouettes, one tiny, one massive, moving together like trusted protectors. That day, stories began. Legends were created. Songs were written. They called the child the dragon whisperer, the human who tamed the stars, the guardian of the galaxy's heart. The galaxy would never forget what happened. And somewhere in deep space, hidden in the shadows, the enemy captain watched them through a cracked screen. His voice was cold, sharp, filled with fear and hatred. That human child would change everything. He disappeared into the void, preparing for a war that was no longer just about dragons. It was about humanity, and the galaxy knew one truth. If a single child could tame the deadliest dragon, then the universe had no idea what humanity was truly capable of. The war room of the Galactic Council had never been this silent. Every alien leader, giant, tiny, armored, glowing, stared at the floating hollow screen in shock. On the screen was a human child, Maya, calmly sitting on top of Razker, the deadliest dragon in the galaxy, while the creature bowed like a loyal pet. A creature that had destroyed planets. A creature that had eaten fleets. A creature that feared nothing. Except now, it feared the loss of a little girl. But this time, Maya looked different. Older, calmer, almost glowing, like the universe was listening to her heartbeat. Hook, a new threat arrives. The doors of the war room flew open. General Threx, a lizard warrior, ran inside, panting. Council members, a new signal is coming from the outer rift. Stronger than any dragon. Stronger than any fleet. A presence. Everyone froze. Razker, the monster no one could control, was now shivering, curling his wings around Maya protectively. If he was scared, something was very wrong. Suspense. Maya hears a whisper. Maya tilted her head, confused. She heard a sound no one else did. A whisper, soft, echoing, like a thought inside her skull. Come to me, Star Child. She frowned. Someone is calling my name. The council nearly fell out of their chairs. She understands cosmic telepathy? That's impossible. No human can hear that. Why her? Razker tried to pull her close, but Maya placed a hand on his snout, calming him. It's okay, she said. I'm not scared. Razker's wings trembled anyway. The council panics. Archon Velrin, the ancient squid-like leader, floated forward. Child, that whisper. It belongs to the Void Sovereign, ruler of the Dark Nebula. It consumes stars. It destroys minds. Nothing survives it. Maya blinked. But why is it calling me? That is the question, Velrin whispered, voice shaking. If the Void Sovereign wants you, the entire galaxy is in danger. Every alien turned toward Razker. Razker growled, low and thunderous. Even he feared the Sovereign. A message from the Void. Suddenly, the entire sky outside the station darkened. Every star went out. Every ship went offline. Every alien felt their blood freeze. A massive shadow, bigger than moons, bigger than planets, formed in the void. And a voice echoed across every mind in the galaxy. Return the Star Child me, or I will unmake your worlds. Aliens screamed. Screens exploded. The galaxy trembled. Razker roared so loudly entire moons cracked. But Maya didn't cry. She didn't run. She didn't hide. She simply stood up, placed a hand on Razker's horn, and whispered, It's okay, let me talk to him. The moment that shocked the galaxy. She walked forward, tiny and calm, toward the giant window overlooking the dark void. Millions of aliens watched her from cameras across the galaxy. The child, the dragon, the monster in the dark. As the void's presence pressed against reality itself, Maya raised her voice. Why are you calling me? The Void Sovereign paused. And then, in a voice that shook galaxies, Because you are mine. Everyone gasped. The council screamed. Razker lunged forward, wings wide to shield her. But Maya's eyes flashed with something new, something ancient. The stars flickered back to life for a second. The void recoiled. And then Maya whispered, No, I am not yours. Shockwaves rippled across the galaxy. The Void Sovereign roared in rage. And Part 8 ends right there on the cliffhanger. The entire galaxy held its breath. Maya stood in front of the giant window, small and calm, while the Void Sovereign, a creature older than time, roared in anger across the stars. Planets shook. Ships cracked. Gravity twisted. Yet the human child did not move. Razker, the deadliest dragon in the galaxy, stood behind her, trembling, not from fear of the Sovereign, but from fear of losing her. Hook, the Sovereign speaks the truth. The shadow spread across the sky, covering suns like ink on water. The Void Sovereign's voice rumbled through space. You carry my spark, my blood, my silence. You were born from the void between stars. You are my daughter. Every alien gasped. Impossible. No human child could. How can a cosmic being be her parent? Razker lowered his head, staring at Maya in shock. If this was true, he wasn't her protector. She was his. Maya shook her head quickly. That's not true. I'm human. I have a mom and dad on Earth. The Void's voice softened. Your human parents found you, but they did not make you. Maya stepped back. For the first time, real fear touched her face. And that fear hurt Razker more than any weapon in the galaxy. Suspense, the Sovereign extends a hand. A giant shadowy arm formed from the darkness. Huge, endless, like a living eclipse. It stretched toward the station. Every alarm blared. Every alien ran. Every shield activated. The Void Sovereign ignored them all. Come, little one, the galaxy is not safe for you. Only I know what you truly are. Maya hugged Razgar's horn tightly. I'm not going with you. You hurt people. You destroy things. I don't want to be like you. The Void paused, and then the universe trembled as it replied. You cannot escape what you are. The Council makes a key decision. The Galactic Council snapped into action. Archon Velrin shouted, "Protect the child. If the Sovereign takes her, all life is lost." General Threx barked orders. Activate the Celestial Shield. Prepare the star cannons. Evacuate Sector Blue. But nothing they fired touched the Void. Their strongest weapons vanished before hitting its surface. The Sovereign didn't even notice. Razgar growled, fire blazing in his throat. He was ready to burn the universe itself if it meant saving Maya. Maya's power awakens. Maya clutched the dragon scales, shaking. I'm not your daughter. I'm not a monster. Razgar touched her forehead gently. You are not a monster, he rumbled. You are Maya. My Maya. The words hit something deep inside her. A spark. A light. Something hidden. Her eyes glowed, soft, bright, like a tiny star being born. The Void Sovereign recoiled. No, not yet. You are too young to awaken. The entire station shook as Maya suddenly radiated warmth and light. Not destructive, not violent, just human. Human love, human bravery, human choice. And the Void hated it. A new threat. Suddenly, cracks formed in space behind the Sovereign, like broken glass. Rifts, tears, gates. Something else was coming through. Razgar snarled. Velrin screamed. Computers overloaded, because what emerged from the rifts were not shadows. They were hunters. Tall, armored beings with glowing spears, built to kill cosmic monsters. The Sovereign hissed. They have come for me, and they will kill you to reach me. Every alien turned pale, because the hunters weren't aiming at the Sovereign. They were aiming at Maya. The cliffhanger. Maya grabbed Razgar's horn. Why are they pointing at me? I didn't do anything. The lead hunter raised his glowing spear. His voice was mechanical, cold, echoing. Target identified. The Star Child, erased before ascension. Razgar roared and threw his wings around Maya. The spear fired, and Part 9 ends right here. The glowing spear shot through the air, fast, silent, deadly. Razgar moved quicker than any creature his size should. He wrapped his wings around Maya and took the full blast. The explosion shook the station. Alarms screamed. Walls cracked. Aliens ran in panic. When the smoke cleared, Razgar was still standing. Barely. His scales were shattered. His chest was burned. But he held Maya safe in his wings. Maya screamed, tears on her face. Razgar, no, please don't die. The mighty dragon, destroyer of worlds, coughed weakly. Little one, I will not leave you. Not now. But his legs shook. He could not take another hit. And the hunters were already aiming their spears again. Hook, a terrible truth. The Void Sovereign watched silently from the darkness. It spoke, voice heavy. This is why you must come with me, child. Your power wakes enemies far older than your galaxy. They do not want you alive. Maya wiped her tears. But why? Why me? The Sovereign answered. Because a Star Child is the only one who can destroy them. And the only one who can destroy me. The Council froze. Razgar froze. The entire galaxy froze. Maya, tiny, scared, human Maya, was a threat to cosmic beings. She wasn't a weapon. She was a balance. A being meant to keep the universe alive. But she was too young. Too small, too gentle, and the hunters wanted her erased before she grew powerful. Suspense, Maya breaks. Another spear charged. Razgar tried to stand, but his legs trembled. Velrin activated every shield. General Threx screamed orders. Nothing was fast enough. Maya shook, hands pressed to her ears. I don't want this. I don't want power. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home. The Void Sovereign whispered, then let me take you. Let me protect you. Maya squeezed her eyes shut. No, I want to protect my friends too. Razgar raised his head, pride in his eyes. That is what makes you strong. The Star Child awakens. The hunters fired all at once. 9 glowing spears flew toward Maya. Razgar tried to shield her, but Maya pushed her tiny hand forward. Stop. Light exploded from her palm. Pure white, warm, alive, human. The spears froze in midair. The hunters staggered back. The Void's sovereign flinched. The entire galaxy saw it. Maya wasn't just glowing. She was shining like a newborn star. Her hair floated. Her eyes burned like twin suns. Her voice echoed with something ancient and something gentle. I am not your weapon. I am not your daughter. I am Maya of Earth. And nobody hurts my friends. The universe shifts. The hunters attacked again, desperate. Maya closed her fist. The spears shattered into dust. The hunters' armor cracked. Their helmets split. Their spears melted. But Maya didn't kill them. She let them fall gently unconscious, drifting in the air. The Void's sovereign whispered, You choose mercy? Maya nodded. Yes, because humans don't destroy everything they fear. We protect what we love. For the first time in cosmic history, the Void's sovereign stepped back. Our Razgar rises. Razgar, shaking and weak, lifted his head. His eyes filled with awe. Little one, you are brighter than any star. Maya ran to him and hugged his snout tightly. I won't let anybody hurt you again. The dragon closed his eyes. He believed her. The sovereign's choice. The Void sovereign looked at the child, this tiny human who stopped cosmic hunters with a word. A long silence passed. Then it spoke softly. Very well, Star Child. I will not take you. The galaxy gasped. The sovereign continued. But I will watch you, for you will change the fate of every world. The shadow faded. The stars came back. Light returned. The sky cleared. The sovereign was gone. For now, ending, a new legend begins. Maya hugged Razgar as the council approached her with awe and fear. General Threx bowed. Archon Velrin whispered, The Star Child, protector of the galaxy. Maya frowned. I'm just a girl. Razgar lowered his head beside her. No, Maya, you are hope. Cameras across the galaxy recorded the scene. A child, a mighty dragon, a peaceful galaxy staring at them with wonder. And thus began the legend whispered in every corner of space. The human child who made the universe kneel. The glowing spears shot through the air, fast, silent, deadly. Razgar moved quicker than any creature his size should. He wrapped his wings around Maya and took the full blast. The explosion shook the station. Alarms screamed. Walls cracked. Aliens ran in panic. When the smoke cleared, Razgar was still standing. Barely. His scales were shattered. His chest was burned. But he held Maya safe in his wings. Maya screamed, tears on her face. Razgar, no, please don't die. The mighty dragon, destroyer of worlds, coughed weakly. Little one, I will not leave you. Not now. But his legs shook. He could not take another hit. And the hunters were already aiming their spears again. Hook, a terrible truth. The Void sovereign watched silently from the darkness. It spoke, voice heavy. This is why you must come with me, child. Your power wakes enemies far older than your galaxy. They do not want you alive. Maya wiped her tears. But why? Why me? The sovereign answered. Because a Star Child is the only one who can destroy them. And the only one who can destroy me. The council froze. Razgar froze. The entire galaxy froze. Maya, tiny, scared, human Maya, was a threat to cosmic beings. She wasn't a weapon. She was a balance. A being meant to keep the universe alive. But she was too young. Too small. Too gentle. And the hunters wanted her erased before she grew powerful. Suspense, Maya breaks. Another spear charged. Razgar tried to stand, but his legs trembled. Velrin activated every shield. General Threx screamed orders. Nothing was fast enough. Maya shook. Hands pressed her ears. I don't want this. I don't want power. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home. The void sovereign whispered, then let me take you. Let me protect you. Maya squeezed her eyes shut. No, I want to protect my friends too. Razgar raised his head, pride in his eyes. That is what makes you strong. The star child awakens. The hunters fired all at once. 9 glowing spears flew toward Maya. Razgar tried to shield her, but Maya pushed her tiny hand forward. Stop. Light exploded from her palm. Pure white, warm, alive, human. The spears froze in midair. The hunters staggered back. The void sovereign flinched. The entire galaxy saw it. Maya wasn't just glowing. She was shining like a newborn star. Her hair floated. Her eyes burned like twin suns. Her voice echoed with something ancient and something gentle. I am not your weapon. I am not your daughter. I am Maya of Earth. And nobody hurts my friends. The universe shifts. The hunters attacked again, desperate. Maya closed her fist. The spears shattered into dust. The hunters' armor cracked. Their helmets split. Their spears melted. But Maya didn't kill them. She let them fall gently unconscious, drifting in the air. The void sovereign whispered, You choose mercy? Maya nodded. Yes, because humans don't destroy everything they fear. We protect what we love. For the first time in cosmic history, the void sovereign stepped back. Our Razgar rises. Razgar, shaking and weak, lifted his head. His eyes filled with awe. Little one, you are brighter than any star. Maya ran to him and hugged his snout tightly. I won't let anybody hurt you again. The dragon closed his eyes. He believed her. The sovereign's choice. The void sovereign looked at the child, this tiny human who stopped cosmic hunters with a word. A long silence passed. Then it spoke softly. Very well, star child. I will not take you. The galaxy gasped. The sovereign continued. But I will watch you, for you will change the fate of every world. The shadow faded. The stars came back. Light returned. The sky cleared. The sovereign was gone. For now, ending, a new legend begins. Maya hugged Razgar as the council approached her with awe and fear. General Threx bowed. Archon Velrin whispered, The star child, protector of the galaxy. Maya frowned. I'm just a girl. Razgar lowered his head beside her. No, Maya, you are hope. Cameras across the galaxy recorded the scene. A child, a mighty dragon, a peaceful galaxy staring at them with wonder. And thus began the legend whispered in every corner of space. The human child who made the universe kneel.